Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our next panel for the fourth day of Winter League. Our topic is changing world of agencies. And here our guests are Mihai Stan from Where you come from? From Romania, yeah. Which one? Sport Agency. From Mihai Stan from Forward Sports Agency, welcome from Romania. Gabor Howard from the Port Sports Management from Hungary, please welcome. Altu Günaydın from Pro11 Sports Agency from Portugal. And Sarkan Batgün, CEO of Compressed Nature.
Thank you. Hello. Where is my tea?
The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Didem. And firstly, I would like to thank to Samsun Sport people who brought me this fantastic jersey. Is a commemoration of 100-year anniversary of Turkish Republic being born. And Mihai,
yes,
long-time friend, coming from Romania.
yes.
Mr. Gabor Horvat, all the way from Hungary. Thank you very much for joining us. Both of them are from the Eastern European part. Now, my long time friend, Altu Günaydın, we worked together in Bursa Sport Days. And it's been great to have you as a representative of Pro11. Is one of the best companies, the agency companies in the world from Portugal. And again, I would like to thank again Samsun Sport people to bring me this fantastic jersey representing 100-year anniversary. Thank you very much. And it's just absolutely fantastic with the signature of Atatürk at the back. I'm just loving it. It's a gold color. Indeed, the colors are the Turkish colors, red and white, but this one is just amazing. Anyway, what I'd like to do, I would like to start with Mihai. As you know, Mihai, especially after the pandemic, so many things changed in the agency industry. So, what happened in and around in Romania?
What happened? Regarding
all these agencies and the way they changed?
Yes, nothing changed. The same things, you know. Now is the window, you know, winter window. We start to work, and we will see what happens, you know. Because all the clubs are looking for the Messi with small money, you know.
Well, what about in Romania? You know, as you know, Romania was a very well-known football
yes.
Country, but recently we don't see that glorious days of Hagi to Popescu to
Lupescu.
You know, Rotariu,
we have
Lupescu.
We have Lupescu there.
And
One of the
Lupescu
biggest
is also with us, a legend Lupescu.
One
Welcome
of the
to
biggest
Istanbul again.
Football player from Romania.
So tell me the reasons why this.
I think our problem is start from the kids, you know, from the under 12, under 13. From there it start because our clubs don't have the passion to grow up the players in the one academy, you know. And now everybody looking to have the result, to play in Europe League, Champions League, and to bring the money in the clubs, you know. Our clubs, owner clubs, don't have the passion to raise the young players and this is the result.
Okay, I see. And Gabor, Hungary, again, in a similar big legends in the past grew from Hungary. But recently we've seen some sparkles. But my point view is more of how your agency, the Path Sports Agency, changed its paths, or have anything changed from, especially from pandemics to this time, acquiring the player, managing the player, checking their data. If you can just tell us a little bit about that, that would be fantastic.
Yes, of course. So first of all, thank you for the invitation. So good to be here. Regarding the Hungarian football, we need to go back a little bit in time. So from 2010, the Hungarian football is really powered by the government, and all the sports powered by the government. Since that time, there are very, very, very good conditions at the clubs, normal facilities, good infrastructure, financial stable clubs are in Hungary, salaries in time every month. So there is a big change from in the Hungarian football industry from this time. And if we are speaking about that the Hungarian national team is good again, we are on the European Championship third time in a row, and now the football in Hungary is very, very popular, especially the national team, because of the success. We have a stadium in Budapest, the Puskás Arena, more than 60,000 people, and when they start to selling tickets for the national team games, maximum 1 hour, it's a full house. So this is a good thing in the Hungarian football. We have now player close to the world class level, Dominik Szoboszlai from Liverpool FC. So it's getting to be popular to be in football in Hungary. So it's a good thing. Regarding our agency, that we are working from 2016 as a sports agency. We are trying to work in 360% agency, trying to work not just in the football industry, but we are working with individual athletes as well, some Olympic champions, swimmers, tennis players, wrestling athletes. So trying to be active in many aspects of sports. And of course, we are organizing some events like conferences, football tournaments for the youth. So we are trying to concentrate not just in the football way, because we think that you need to be ready for any kind of things it could happen, like the war, like it happened in during the pandemic. So we are trying to be stable by many aspects.
Great. I will come back to each of you later, but now my long-time friend Altu, because Altu also coming from a football background, that we worked together in Bursaspor, but I remember after my days you signing, I think, is a world record for Turkey and outgoing player sales. I think it was something like 23 million euros, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So you've been in the both sides of the business, especially now these days, working with a powerhouse of Pro 11. But you're not only limited to Turkey. So out of Turkey, you are also around the area, making transfers, also coaches, and so what has changed? So your transition, how did your transition from the football's buying perspective then to selling perspective?
To be honest, football has changed. Our lives has changed lately, and they have changed exponentially. There are many new things in our lives that a decade ago didn't exist, and we have to cope with them. And the way we live, the way we work, the way football is managed has changed a lot. I can only imagine better because I've been on both sides of the table. I've been on the club side, and now I'm on the other side, representing players' side, and I can say that the attitude, well, pretty much everything has changed, but the way you see things is very important in this, because I think everything has changed. To put it globally, I think everything has changed the way it changed on the pitch. Because last week I was watching a very historical game, and I watched it live. I remember my feelings when I watched that game. It was a great, great game. But after years and years, when I watched that game, I felt like, wow, this game, these players today, they would not have a place in today's modern football. Because football now is faster, is more organized, and it's
Much more
different.
physical.
It's even a different sport. And for agency side, I can say the same thing. It has changed on the same way. You have to be faster. You have to be there on the right time before everyone gets there. Like you are fighting for the ball, you know. And you have to be more organized. You have to play a better team game with your colleagues in the same agency. So for sure, like just like you mentioned, pandemics has played a very, very vital role in those changes, because I think almost all of our companies has lost a generation, or had the danger to lose a generation of players, because like they were so young, they had to play, they could not play. Maybe the first team football came back faster than the others, but we faced some other difficulties to put our youngsters on the pitch. But as football world has changed in the same way that business world has changed, you have to be faster now. It's cruel. You have to be more organized, and yes, I can globally resume all the changes that we had in this way.
Great. Well, obviously, I think we named the panel all right. Changing world of agencies, right? So again, Mihai, while we're talking about the changes, what changes should we expect in Romania? Is there changes in place, or what do you envisage with regard to Romanian football?
Okay, I will speak regarding my agency. We just opened a new agency. The name is the Forward Sport Agency. We try to offer everything to our players, our support, 360 degrees, basically. And we try to teach them how to use also the social media, you know, because the social media can provide the money for them, you know. And regarding football, now everybody are focused on the national team, because we are going to Europe Cup, and all people involved in football, we try to help national team with every agency, with the player, to be there to help them to improve the game. You know, this is I think we do it in this way.
Great. And now coming back to you, Gabor. Beside the agency, you guys are doing great things like the Hungarian Football Forum, and this year it's going to be in the 23rd of April.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about the concept and the changes from last year to this year, because you're doing this in the fourth time, I believe. And tell us the nature of changes and the topics that will be spoken, and also with regard to agency situation, how the agencies will be situated in the forum.
Yes, this will be our fourth event. We made 2 events for Sport Forum, so it was globally for the sport. And this will be the second edition of Football Forum Hungary. As agency, we have always a motivation to help our country, to help our country's sport and football especially. And how we can help? we thought that we have connections all over the world. Let's try to bring these connections to Hungary for networking, for educate the people in Hungary, and it could be a good thing and valuable thing for not just professional clubs, but maybe for the amateur clubs or maybe for the academies as well. Some coaches, some workers for the clubs. So this was the idea that we wanted to bring this conference to Hungary. This was the first idea, and of course we would like to be a bridge between the western part of Europe and or western part of the world and the eastern part of the world. And because of that, Budapest is a good location and Hungary is a good location for that. We have easy access from all over the world. And if someone is coming to Budapest and Hungary, you can easily access to other capital cities in Europe and other countries in 2-3 hours driving. So it's not a big distance. So this was the very first idea. And regarding the agency life in Hungary now, before the FIFA regulations, there were around 300 registered intermediary in Hungary. It's a huge number. We have 12 teams in the first division. We have now 18 teams in the second division. So it's 30 teams, and with 300 agents, it's a crazy situation in our opinion. Now the situation is like that. There are 30 registered intermediaries, so it's only the 10% before the regulations. So it's one hand a good thing that you need to pass exam, you need to study because it's a profession. It's a good thing to prepare for it. So this is the situation now in Hungary.
Well, now I come back to Alto because as Pro 11 wise, there's a lot of Portuguese players abroad. So I'd like you to actually tell me, because a lot of famous players that you guys also represent, how does this chain work from the detection of the player, then looking after the player, then trying to find a right place to the player and an ongoing relationship with coaches and the teams? If you could tell us a little bit of, like, it could be real lifetime examples.
I think my answer to that will also explain how we work, and also
Please.
also will go a little bit to the title of our conference as how the agency world has changed. In Pro 11 we work mainly because we are based in Lisbon, mainly because we're based in Portugal, of course. A big proportion of our portfolio is Portuguese players and Portuguese language related players, let's say. For us, the detection starts when the player is maybe 13 or 14 years old. We are monitoring the whole Portuguese market, all Portuguese academies. Before it was 16 or 17, you could still catch a player when he was 16 or 17. Now it's too late. You can't do that anymore. But thankfully, we have all the experience and all the resources to do that even earlier. Of course, you cannot sign a player before legally you can. But our services start way before than that. We're trying to support our young players. We're trying to support their families. Of course, not financially. You cannot do that. But we're trying to support them in any other way possible. Physically, mentally, technically, nutrition-wise, psychologically. In any way possible, we try to get them better. And Portuguese players, just like you said, we have players all over the world. From the highest level to the lowest, we have a player that fits into any criteria in any league that accepts foreign players in the whole Europe or eastern sides of the world. Portuguese players, I don't know why, but it's understandable because for the whole history, this nation has been all over the world. They have been going places. They have apparently they have improved their skills to adapt to somewhere. So this is one of the main issues when you take a player from one place to another. Because even if he's a good player, if he cannot, just like in the conference that we spoke before that, adaptability is a very important issue. And apparently, Portuguese players, alongside with Brazilian players, they have some kind of facility to do that. And actually, yes, we are enjoying that with our list of players as well. But yeah, as Pro 11, we have a very wide spectrum of players. We represent players from Azerbaijan. We have players from different parts of Africa and Portugal or Spain or South America. So it's not a local business anymore. I mean, it stopped being for our company like 20 years, 30 years ago, being local, of course. But the job is not local. You cannot stay local. Being any player agency, now you cannot aim like, I will stay local. I will be like a boutique company, like, because the sharks will swallow. Sharks will swallow. So you have to aim big. You have to be everywhere. At least try to be everywhere you can be. You have to appear there. Not only phone calls, but like you have to be present in places. And this is what we aim and what we try to do in Pro 11. And yeah, we're happy with how things are going, to be honest.
Thank you. And I come back to, again, firstly, best regards to Hunor Dudas. And we have Tira here, Tira Tassi. Hello, Tira. And tell us a little bit about the path of SM and what are the changes within the organization. And also, you have women players and a growing amount of women players. So how do you cooperate with all these stakeholders, teams, and the changes in the women football also?
Yes, what we think about football, that football unites people in the agency and outside the agency as well. That's why we are trying to working in many departments as an agency. For us, it's a big focus point also to represent the female players, because we have experiences that not the right agents represented female players as well, and they have the rights to be professional as well, not just the male football players. So this is our philosophy, and that's why we are trying to focus outside the agency for the good contacts, for good networking relations. That's why we are thinking the conferences and these kind of conferences are very useful for all the people. You can learn, you can networking, you can build your relations. That's why we believe really hard that you need the good partners in not just the football business, but in all the businesses and all the sports industry to make good things and valuable things for the future and for the youth as well. So that's why we are trying to do these kind of projects all together. That's why we are trying to focus on our very good partnerships, like the Comparisinator. So this is our philosophy, and this is our idea, that we need to create the things together because we are stronger together and we can do more and better quality things together. That's why we are here.
Great, and I would like to thank you for all coming.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you guys all the way from Romania to Hungary to Portugal. And thank you very much for joining. And we would like to thank also again the organization, Behic and Ayhan, and also welcoming again Tira Tassi is here with us. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
And also what I'd like to do is to invite Samsunspor people here for a moment. Please, both of you.
Hakan abi biz de bir fotoğraf çekilebilirsek
Aha.
beraber çok
Hep
istemiştik.
beraber çekeceğiz.
Olur.
Just come for a moment. Bir onlarla bir resim alayım, tekrar şey yapacağım.
Please welcome to stage Mr. Koray Yalçın, Samsunspor CFO.
And I would like to thank you. Big claps for
And
both of
Cansu
them.
Turgut, Samsunspor
And,
E-Trade General Manager.
The jersey, the past,
Yeah, doing for it.
and the signature. It's thank you very much for 100-year anniversary is even better. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure
you very
to see
much,
you guys.
Koray
Okay,
Yalçın
now we'll have a nice photo all together. Altuğ'cum.
and Cansu Turgut. And also we want to thank to our guests, Altuğ Günaydın from Pro 11, Gabor Howard from The Path, and Mihai Stan from Forward Sports Agency. We are delighted meet with you, so it would be great if you can join us at 1:35 with our next guests and next panel. So see you in lunch.
Don't worry.